I've transformed a keyboard into a Hotas 4 Thrustmaster upgrade so I can better play WarThunder. Here's how and here's why. You can play on land, on the seas, or in the air. The latter of which I've been growing into. I bought myself a Hotas 4 Thrustmaster with pedals, even a VR set. However, the keyboard didn't quite fit in, so I decided to try and make something a tad more immersive. This is what I ended up with. In order to make it, I first started looking into settings and dividing what will be on the joysticks and what will be on the upgrade panel I'm making. While I do not plan on making it as cool as the ones inside the fighter, it's a fun small project and it definitely looks better. After deciding which buttons I'll use and collecting building materials, I've made a small schema and planned out an approximate layout before proceeding to the construction part. I've cut the plywood into approximate length, drilled holes for the respective buttons, and shaped the parts before hot gluing them together. For now it was looking quite promising, everything snapped to place as I've hoped. I've shaped the rest and painted it dark grey, just dark enough to stand out a bit, but not too much. Now it was time to put all the buttons in place, and it turned out alright. However, this is where the troubles actually began. To connect my panel to my PC, I've used a keyboard PCB board, located here. I've gently took it out, using a Kalashnikov bayonet. After some unscrewing and gentle persuasion, my panel's brain-to-be has revealed itself. I took out a piece of paper and marked which pin combination results in which letter is being sent to the PC. I've then measured the board and made a 3D model that I would print and use to hold the wires or to connect to the panel buttons. The idea was to sandwich them between the PCB board, grooves assuring no short-circuiting. The idea was alright, however, it didn't quite work. So I've turned to drilling holes straight through them and soldered the wires in place. Well, that didn't work either, so I've had the PCB shot and I bought another keyboard to be gently disassembled. I followed the same steps as before. However, this time I would hot glue the ends of wire in place. I may be stupid, but I'm not insane. I fastened the PCB board onto my panel and gave it a go. Following the key layout map, I've decided which keys shall be wired in which order to facilitate the dreadful wiring that is to come. With all of the buttons being clearly marked, following proper electrical methods, it was time to connect it to a PC. Sure, it might look like rubbish is being typed in, but once I've configured those settings in-game and saving templates for keyboard and joystick apart, it's only a matter of a few clicks. The important thing is that it's working. Time to strap in. Configuration complete, test flight done. I took to the simulator skies. And after judging that I've got enough of a feel over my new control panel, I've plugged in my VR. If you haven't tried it yet and are feeling adventurous, give it a go. I felt like I was going to fall off my chair the first time I rolled my Spitfire in VR. Unfortunately, my PC didn't record audio in VR, probably due to some setting I haven't thought of. But here's some footage nonetheless. Now, while I do think this control panel has improved my simulator gameplay, I am just a casual player having fun. Speaking of how fun this game is, I seem to have forgotten to wire Alt F4 smash button.